All right. This is the last project for the class. Well, not the last project. There's a final project, but this one's the last big type project. Um, and I'll get to it here in a second. But you'll have, if you're watching this video comes next. Day in the life of a Jetson. There's a picture on the project that talks about that shows the Jetsons, and if you don't know who the Jetsons are, you got to watch this video. This cartoon was from the '60s, '62 and '63. It's just on for 2 years, and there are so many things in this that they predicted, I guess you could say, that are things that we have now. So give this little thing a watch. If you've never seen the Jetsons before, I think you'll like it. I used to love this show as a kid. But anyway, onto the project. Get rid of these little things, and here we go. The project itself is the future of governance. So we're going to kind of look into the future here, or you are. You're going to make some decisions or some guesses based on just kind of what you know about government now after taking government A before this class, now government B, and just kind of putting it all together, and doing some analysis and doing some inquiry, and maybe doing some just thinking out there, and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. So this is governance 2050, envisioning the future. 2050 is not that far away. It's about 30 years in the future, right? 26 years in the future now. When I was your age, I used to think we'd have flying cars by the year 2000, but that didn't happen, even though the Jetsons thought it did. That's the one thing that doesn't happen. So you can download a copy of this right here. For this project, you'll explore one topic about the future of government, research it, predict future changes, and present your findings in two ways, visual and written format. So you have 10 topics to choose from. They're all right here. I'm not going to read through them all, but you can read through them. If you have any questions about them, reach out like you always. And then you have three questions that I want you to research. There's five here. I want you to choose three of these five. So the five research questions are current trends and technologies, transformation of government. So, how might these trends and technologies change how governments work or interact with citizens? Benefits and opportunities. So, what are the positive outcomes that could come from these changes? Challenges and ethical issues. What problems and ethical dilemmas might arise? And the last one is preparing for the future. So, how can governments prepare for these changes? So, you're going to choose three of these topics, research questions, and apply them to one of these topics up here. Um, and then you're going to do two reports, or I mean one report, but you're going to show it in two different ways. You're going to have a visual aspect, which is worth 45 points. You can use PowerPoint, Google Slides, Canva. You could draw it out on paper, whatever, and take a picture of it. So yours thing's going to include an introduction to the topic, visual aids like charts, graphs, images, or infographics. However, you could do it all in an infographic form if you want to as well. Um, Predictions and analysis. So you're going to take the information that you get from your research and you're going to put it into your chart. Okay. And then a conclusion. I want you to include your conclusion on there. Some of that might be written out, but that's okay. It could be a little part in your image or on your slideshow or whatever it is. And then you're going to have a written report. So just 5 paragraphs, and you're going to summarize your research findings. So I don't want everything. So I want an introduction, three body paragraphs that summarize the answers to the questions you chose, and a conclusion with your thoughts on the predicted future. So here's that analysis part. Here's that tying it all together, thinking about how those things and applying what you've learned and making guesses or hypothesis about stuff. And then part three is sources. This can be a separate page, or it can be somewhere on part two, or even on part one, but it's a works cited page using proper MLA format, listing all the sources you use for your research. If you don't know how to do proper MLA, go to, I think it's www.purdueowl. Just look it up, okay? Or any site, or use EasyBib or CitationBib or all those different things that are out there. But there's no excuse for not getting proper MLA format on this stuff. So let me know if you have any questions. This down here is just this assignment again. Um, And then, yeah, I think that's about it. So, why'd the chicken cross the road? To get away from all your crazy chicken jokes that you've been telling. Good luck.